That was a great play by him, but the game didn't have to end like that. The game shouldn't have ended like that. We shouldn't have put him in a position where he had to make that play. But, credit to him, he made a phenomenal play, and that's why he's a big-time player.
Do you feel like, I guess, after that one turnover that it becomes, I guess, not so much easier for you, but you feel relieved that it happened because it had been so long, kind of a turnover drought for you guys, and you put so much emphasis on it all the time?
Yeah, it was good. I think we should have had a turnover earlier in the game, with Piedmont, and then there was one that it was kind of like a 50-50 ball. I should have made the play on it. I almost made the play, but really the hardest thing is just to get that one play, so everything starts rolling and get momentum for it. But definitely, I think it'll help us definitely in the future, moving forward into Baylor.
The ball didn't bounce your way for so long. Did you see and sense the frustrations mounting up on the defense every time that would happen? Like, I guess it hit Parnell in the chest and he dropped it and stuff like that. And obviously, you said you could have made a play. Is the frustration was it starting to mount at that point? Like, can you ever get a break type deal?
Yeah, it definitely gets frustrating, but biggest thing, in times like that is, just having a short memory because, in the game of football, there's going to be plays that you blow, for that the other team didn't have anything to do with, you personally blew it, and then there's going to be other times where teams are going to make great plays, but, you just have to have a short memory. You can't let frustration or emotion get to you, you just got to keep on moving.
The touches don't matter, man. Just whatever I can do for this team, man, I just want to do it, man. That's either me blocking, catching the ball, running the ball. It doesn't matter, man. I just want to go out there and do the best I can for this team to win.
Was it hard to see Sermon leave the field after only having one win?
Yeah, man, he's my brother, man. He's family, man. It was hard for me just to see him go down like that. But, man, it's just I'm gonna talk to him later today and just keep praying for him and hope he gets better.
Close win, tense win. I'm sure everybody's bundled of nerves right now. You're probably still sad over Trey.
Right.
Can you sum up for me, though, what it feels like to get the football and break into the open field like you did about 6 times tonight? What that feels like?
Everybody wants the ball. It's a good feeling when you just got an open hole like that and your receivers is blocking for you, man. And scoring that touchdown, that's a great feeling.
Question. So when you see an opportunity, like something in the defense that you think you guys can take advantage of, how much freedom do you guys have to go up to Coach Lincoln and be like, Coach Riley, and be like, hey, I see something in this, in the defense that I feel like we can take advantage of?
Honestly, I don't do that, but, man, if he trusts you enough, man, he'll believe you. We all got people out there that know what we're doing, man. We practice on this, and if he sees us, he'll call what he sees, basically, what I'm trying to say. He'll put us in the right position to make a play.
What do you think went wrong in the second half?
We just got to execute better. That's all it is, man. We got a little bit comfortable, so we just got to go out there and execute better.
How good was it to be the focal point of the offense again?
It feels good, but at the end of the day, I'm just here to help the team win. No matter what it is, man, just carrying the ball is not all I can do. So blocking, catching the balls, I can do that too. So whatever I can do for this team, that's what I want to do.
Just kind of said that, he said that this is what we were, doing the whole time. This is what we were, preparing for. So we were comfortable going into that.
Buki, how does this win influence your team's track to the playoff?
We're just taking it 1 week at a time. That's a long shot thing right now. We're just focused on Baylor, making sure that we go down there.
What do you mean by long shot?
No, that's just a long time, down the line. That's what I'm saying. But we're focused on 1 week at a time, one series at a time, one play at a time. That's how we're going to keep going forward.
When the moment gets close like that,
yes, sir.
How do you keep your perspective from shifting?
You stay poised. You're prepared. You've seen these type of reps 100 times. We've been in 2-minute situations and 2-point situations with our offense, and I feel as if that's the best preparation that we can go through, to be in these type of positions.
How would you describe that composure tonight?
It was great. I'm so happy for Piedmont. He came up with that great play. It was an effort-based play, like I just told him, but I'm just excited for him.
Iowa State had 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns, and the first one was, I guess you had a penalty that extended that drive. What happened on that play?
I did my job, and I just you know, it's football. It's football. A lot of things happen in football, but that's unexcusable. You know, I take full responsibility in that, and it won't happen again.
I saw Lincoln at first because you had to go across the field to the other side to talk to you, and then Grinch did too. I mean, how hard at coaching are you getting in a situation like that at a key moment?
Coach Link actually didn't know what they had actually called on me. You know, so I made sure that I confirmed that to him. I told him the truth, you know, and we just squared it away. I told him what was on my heart at the time, and we got away from it.
How tough is somebody like Purdy to defend when you guy finished with 6 touchdowns today? He can move, he can throw so well.
Right, great player. He was poised. He's a really cool dude. You know, we spoke after the game. You know, hats off to him. You know, hope he has a great season for the remainder of the season.
Can you talk about what you saw on Parnell's interception to be able to on the 2-point conversion?
The ball was kind of like wobbly a little bit at first, and then everybody kind of like went silent. And, you know, and then you just see Piedmont coming out with this. So that was a very like shocking experience. But like, I don't know.
you might have talked about this earlier, but sorry.
No problem.
Just getting a turnover,
yes, sir.
though I know obviously it doesn't go down in the stat sheet as one. Can that be a relief and maybe sort of open the door for more of those things to come just because the pressure's a little bit off?
See, that situation is kind of weird because, like you said, it doesn't go down in the stat book, but it was a turnover and it was a critical play that we needed for this football team. So that was a game-changing play, obviously, but like you said, it did not go down in the stat book, so we need to make sure that we get those turnovers.
Even though you got the win, and it was a big conference, I mean, it was a big
Yes,
win,
sir.
but
Yes,
everyone walking up the field didn't seem happy. Is that something that you have to, just put it behind you and then move on, or do you have time to be able to enjoy this type of victory?
There's a standard that we practice like, we play like, and we felt as if we didn't exactly reach that standard, or we did reach it and we didn't stay consistent with that. So we feel as if we're trying to play our best game as a complete game. We're trying to play complementary football for 60 minutes. And anytime that we don't get that done, you're going to see some type of emotion towards it. We care about this. We put so many hours into our craft. So we feel as if, it's a lot of hard work being put into it. So when you don't reach these things, it's kind of nerve-wracking and annoying.
We're just taking it week by week, of course. We're not really focused on anything else right now except for the next game. So, I'm not really sure. I'm just worried about Baylor next game. That's all we got. So.
What elements does your unit need to work on before Baylor?
Everything really. There's never a time to say you don't need to work on something. Every week you got to work on every aspect of the game. So,
Lincoln described it as maybe as well as you played offensively all season in the first half, the second half, maybe the worst. How much fun was it in the first half, and what were the problems in the second?
I thought we did a really good job in the first half with executing, and making competitive plays, things like that. I thought we did a really good job in the first half, and then the second half, I'm not really sure what the reason was. We just weren't executing the same way we were.
Do you know if you're going to see the same thing at Baylor as you saw here? Because they brought in a defense 2 years ago with that 3-man front that was kind of new, and now a lot of people are doing it. Do you know if you're going to transition to a Baylor team doing something similar?
I'm not sure. I haven't really watched too much of them, this year yet. So,
I didn't really see it because I actually hit the quarterback on that play. But, as soon as it was kind of like a crowd. I don't think anyone really knew he had it yet, and then everyone started yelling. It was kind of a relief,
So was that the crowd reaction, your first indication of what happened?
Because I was looking down there, I couldn't really tell what was going on. So.
Do you feel like, I guess, after you finally get that turnover that y'all been trying to get for so long, and it was the biggest play of the game, obviously. You see the dividends from that. Is that kind of a relief, like you just said? But can you kind of feel like, okay, now it's over with? It should come easier now. Maybe things will start falling in your direction.
It was relieving, I would say that, but I don't know if I would say that it just gets easier now. We still got to go and take away the ball. We went all game. We missed a lot of opportunities. There was one really good opportunity on the first drive there. We had opportunities all throughout the game. We just have to fix our minds on not being surprised by the ball when it comes to us. We really got to go and take it.